Hey man, what's up? Yeah, I know, new year. Yeah, I'm real excited. Yeah, I'm shooting my first review for the year. Pretty excited about it, actually. No, I'm not actually doing a gun. I'm doing a flashlight. What do you mean, why am I doing a flashlight? People like flashlights. It is not because it's cold outside and I don't want to be out there in the cold. I go outside in the wintertime. Hey, I had to go get the mail yesterday. I was out there for a solid 2 minutes. Yeah, fine. You know what? You're a wuss. See Alright, so to give you an idea of how far this flashlight goes, let's turn it on. That's 1,000 lumens right there. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but we're in a pretty good storm right now. And you can see all the way out, that's probably about 50 yards, give or take, and you can still see the light. So that gives you an idea of how far the light goes. Alright, as you can see from the intro, that's quite the powerful little flashlight. Today we're looking at the Olight sr1 Baton 2. This is obviously put out by Olight, and it is a 2.5-inch, 1,000 lumen rechargeable flashlight. So first I'll do some of the features, some of the boring stuff, and then I'll move further in to what I think of it. Now, this flashlight goes from 1,000 lumens to a half lumen. The half lumen feature, which is activated by just holding the button down for a few seconds. This lasts 8 days, and it's really great for survival situations, bug out situations, where maybe you just need a tiny little bit of light, or maybe you need to send a signal or a beacon for somebody if you're stuck in a vehicle. That's great, because you could stick this in the windshield, people are going to see it, and it's going to last for 8 days. Now let's go into the actual flashlight modes, and give me a sec, because I don't play with it as much as I should when it comes to like fiddling with the button. But it is a push button, as you can see. And alright, so what I'll do is, now when you hold this, first it goes to 12 lumens. That's pretty good. Little on the light side, but it's only 12 lumens. So then if you hold it in more, it goes to 60 lumens. Good flashlight setting. Alright, going up, we go into 600 lumens. Now this is 600 lumens. Now it will only stay at here for, I believe, 1.5 minutes before it goes back down to 300 lumens, because you are putting out quite a lot of energy, and if you hold it real tight in your hand, you will notice it starts to get pretty warm. But I've never needed 600 lumens for more than 1.5 minutes, so no problem there. You know, and if you really are needing that much light for that long, I would not recommend this flashlight, because you know, you're buying this because it's small and because it's compact, not because it's insanely super powerful, the most powerful thing out there, and you're going to be using it hardcore. And then to get it to go to 1,000 lumens, you double tap, and now we're at 1,000 lumens. And I don't know how well this shows up, that's why I did the video, but it is it's extremely bright, to the point where I would not recommend trying to point this at people or at yourself at close range, because it will blind you. In fact, if I hold it up to my hand, as you can see, it completely engulfs my hand in light, to the point where it's actually painful to look at, because the reflection of the light off my hand is that bright. So I'm going to turn it off now. Now the final feature for this that I actually forgot to mention is, if you triple click it, it goes, hang on, there we go, goes to Strobe Mode, which has its own usefulness. You know, obviously I know a lot of people like it for if you're going through your house and somebody's breaking in and all that, and you want a strobe mode, something that would blind the person, as it's doing to me right now. It's a really nice feature. So all you gotta do to get that to work is triple click it 3 times, click it again, it turns off, and then goes back to your previous normal flashlight setting. That's the features. Like I said, didn't want to go too long into the features, because there are plenty of reviews out there on the features of the flashlight. I wanted to do a review after having it for a while, because I know a lot of people, when they did their flash sale, a lot of channels got the light, instantly reviewed it, and got it out there. I wanted to do a review after having it for a while. So the nice thing about the button is it's a nice button. You can definitely, it's very tactile. You can tell it's a nice click. It's not like something, I know some of them where you just hover your finger over and it turns on and all that. This is a nice click. So you don't have to worry about it coming on in your pocket accidentally, and you know it's on and off. So, plus if it's in your pocket at 1,000 lumens, it will heat up quite quickly and your pocket will get quite warm. But nice thing is, now you'll see it, there's a green light here. And I'm going to cover up the light so you can see. The nice thing is the button also acts as a battery indicator. Green is the battery's at 100 to 60%. Now it's yellow, and I can't make it go yellow and red, obviously, because it's fully charged. But when it flashes yellow, it's between 60 and 10%, and then if it's 10% or lower, it will be red. So it's nice because it lets you know how much juice is left in your battery if you need to recharge it. Because that is one thing, you know, obviously I carry this, or I try to carry it just about every day, but it doesn't always get used, so it can ride around in your pocket for quite a long time, and you might not necessarily remember when the last time you charged it was. That's nice because that lets you know what kind of battery it is. Speaking of chargers, as I said, it is rechargeable, which I really like. I really think, especially nowadays with technology, there's no reason why you can't have a rechargeable flashlight. This takes a rechargeable sr1 which is really nice. But all you do to recharge it is, now it comes with the cord, which this is just a little magnetic thing that clicks on the back. You do need to get a block, which, you know, isn't that big a deal. Anybody that's had a cell phone for the last 10 years, you've probably got 80 million of these sitting in the back, sitting in a drawer somewhere. So just clicks on, it will tell you, it will flash green and everything when it's charged, which is great. Just click it on, done. And the back is magnetic. Now I don't have anything near me within range to show it clicking to. I could click it onto the side of my thing here and you hear it click on, but the back is magnetic, which I really like. That's actually one of my favorite features of this is, one, it's small, but it's magnetic. So I've been working on stuff and been able to just click it to something. I was actually helping somebody unload a shed, and I was able to click it to one of the hinges on the door and light up the shed so that we could see what we were doing and didn't have to worry about tripping on stuff. So I really like that. The other thing I really like, and this is kind of simple, but the clip is nice. You can clip it on your belt or on your pocket or whatever, and the lanyard is nice. Now it doesn't come with the lanyard on there, you put it on if you choose to, but I like it because I do a lot of yard sailing and flea marketing, and being able to put it on my hand and drop it as needed if I want to look at something is really nice. You know, like I said, lanyard's not that high tech, but it's a nice feature to have, knowing that it comes with a lanyard and you're good on that aspect. Now, as far as reliability, here's where I kind of have to take a step back, and obviously I'm honest about everything. So that is actually the second one of these I had, and this is the first. Now I had this one for a few weeks, probably almost a month, and what happened was, and I don't know if it's going to start doing it because it usually takes a second to start doing it, but the light started dimming, and then it would dim, get bright, dim, get bright, dim, get bright, and I never did figure out exactly what was wrong with it. But oh, all right, there it goes. Now it's doing it. Now you'll see that that's what it would do. And it would do that consistently no matter what, if I had a fully charged battery or not. As you can see, this one is telling me it's green. It's good, but it does that. Now, I immediately contacted Olight because of this issue. All right, I'm going to put this away now. I immediately contacted Olight because of the issue, and they immediately replaced it. So I want to make that point very clear. Yes, I had an issue with one. I got a dud. But they immediately replaced it. They shipped it out to me, no problem at all. And I've had this one now ever since, and I have no issues. So, yes, every company puts out a dud, but I got one. But they immediately stood behind their product, and that's what's important. Is I like companies that stand behind their products. I like companies that don't just shush you off and say, "Oh, well, you have to fill out this form and send it in, and you have to pay to ship it back, and we'll test it, and then if it tests out and it turns out that it was definitely our manufacturer's issue, we will ship you out a new one as long as you pay the shipping. And yes, I've actually been told that before. But like I said, I really like the fact that they stood behind their product, and I have been insanely happy with this thing. Like I said, I'm not real big on the whole big EDC, you know, gotta carry light, gotta carry all this. This was actually one of the first flashlights that I purposely went out and bought as an EDC flashlight. Yes, I was one of those people that just kept using their cell phone. This is a million times better than your cell phone. You know, your cell phone does not go to 1,000 lumens. Your cell phone is not magnetic, and most people, your cell phone does not have a lanyard. So definitely would recommend this flashlight. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and have a good day.